In a recent interview, Wagner Chief expressed concern over the unequal financial arrangements between France and Niger. According to him, France takes $218 from Niger while only paying them a paltry $11. The military junta in Niger had requested assistance from France to secure their country, and the Wagner chief asserted that such deals should be fairer, proposing a 50-50 agreement for companies involved in mining natural resources within Niger. The source of the $218 figure remains unclear, especially as online uranium prices average around $56 and rose to this value after the military coup in Niger. However, the underlying sentiment is crucial to grasp. People in West African countries where the military has recently taken control are feeling worn out. This exhaustion stems from various factors, including mining companies' exploitation of their natural resources and a lack of development from previously elected governments that failed to deliver prosperity to the citizens. The frustrations in countries like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have led to demonstrations, and some believe that the military's intervention may help achieve economic emancipation. However, fellow ECOWAS countries, including Nigeria, must consider supporting their neighbors' aspirations rather than hindering them. Diplomacy and negotiation should be prioritized over threats and military interventions. Tinubu's request for a military intervention in Niger has faced opposition within Nigeria's National Assembly, particularly from senators representing northern states. They prefer a non-interventionist approach, allowing Nigerians to resolve their issues internally without external involvement. Addressing the root causes of military coups, such as election rigging, political coups, human rights abuses, and suppression of opposition, should be paramount. The case of Côte d'Ivoire's president, Alassane Ouattara, serves as a reminder that leaders must uphold democratic principles. After initially being hailed as a Democrat, he later manipulated the Constitution to secure a third term in office. Criticism should be genuine and consistent, focusing on democratic values rather than selective judgment. In conclusion, addressing economic disparities, promoting fair resource sharing, and strengthening democratic institutions are essential steps towards stability and progress in the region. Rather than resorting to military interventions, collective efforts should be directed towards sustainable solutions that prioritize the well-being of the people. The military's grip on power in Niger remains undeniable, regardless of anyone's opinions. France's actions only reinforce their sentiments. Despite the military junta being in control, France claims not to recognize them, but this stance contradicts their swift congratulations to an unelected leader in Nigeria, even with an EU report highlighting serious flaws in the election. The truth is, the military junta wields authority in Niger today, and any business conducted in the country requires dealing with them as the official government. However, it seems that Western powers apply a double standard in their approach to democracy in Africa. While they tolerate and even engage with civilian dictators who exploit their countries under the guise of democracy, they readily criticize military figures, merely because they cannot control them. This inconsistency hinders progress and stability. To truly support democracy in Africa, Western powers should demand strict adherence to democratic principles and not recognize governments that breach these principles. By doing so, they would send a strong message that democracy must be respected, and politicians should be held accountable for their actions. The people of Niger must take charge of solving their problems, potentially setting up a transition to civil rule committee to conduct fresh elections when the time is right. Politicians must learn from past mistakes and reduce the cost of governance to serve the citizens efficiently. Criticism should focus on the wastefulness of governance, especially in appointing excessive ministers and not utilizing resources effectively. Western powers should also address violations of the rule of law and court orders in African countries. By holding leaders accountable and not providing refuge in case of crisis, Western powers can influence positive change and discourage impunity. Leaders must understand that they cannot rely on foreign support if they lose the backing of their people. Without the refuge of Western countries, they would be more compelled to uphold democratic principles and ensure peace in their nations. The responsibility of Western powers in influencing democracy in Africa should be recognized, as their actions can shape the course of the continent's governance and development.